Billionaires are not in the same boat with the rest of us. As we try to navigate the treacherous currents of COVID-19 pandemic, they are just smoothly sailing in luxurious yachts while most Americans are doing the doggy paddle, trading water and just trying to stay afloat. According to Institute for Policy Studies, billionaires' wealth has boomed while over 26 million people have filed for unemployment since mid-March. The percentage of taxes paid by billionaires has fallen by 79% since 1980. From the start of March to now, the group of billionaires' total wealth has increased by $308 billion. Billionaires boast a combined net worth of $3.229 trillion, and their collective wealth skyrocketed up 1,130% between 1990 and 2020. As of April 15, Amazon founder and CEO Jeff Bezos' already incredible wealth soared an additional $25 billion during the pandemic after being down for a bit during the early days of outbreak and the stock market's initial free fall. Eric Yuan, the founder and CEO of Zoom, the now unobtrusive online video conferencing technology company, realized a rapid rise in his wealth throughout the outbreak and is reported to be worth about $2.58 billion. Billionaires including Bezos, his ex-wife Mackenzie Bezos, Eric Yuan, former Microsoft chief Steve Ballmer, and Elon Musk each saw their fortune jump by more than $1 billion. Bezos, Bill Gates, and Warren Buffett have as much money as the bottom half of all American households. This is just exposed with roughly 70% of people in the United States living paycheck to paycheck, 20% with no or negative net worth, and lack 3 months net worth of emergency funds. In addition to the billionaires, the rich are getting richer too. The multi-trillion dollar stimulus plan included financial help to small business owners in the form of the Paycheck Protection Program. The program was corrupted by large companies taking a lion's share of the proceeds. The bank that processed the $349 billion loan program made out very well, booking over $10 billion in fees. According to NPR, the bank charged up 5% in fees, although there was little or no risk to them, as the loans are guaranteed by the Small Business Administration. While Americans are scrapping over buying toilet paper and necessities, homeschooling their children, caring for sick family members, or just trying to make it through the day, the uber wealthy have taken to their yachts and private jets. David Geffen, a music and film icon who is worth $7.7 billion according to the Forbes, exemplified the disconnect between the ultra rich and everyone else by literally sailing away. Geffen, on his now deleted Instagram account, wrote that isolated in Greenland avoiding the virus, I'm hoping everybody is staying safe. Some suspect that billionaires must engage in unethical practices to have attained that much wealth and believe it is no morally wrong for anyone to possess that much money. Many claim that their wealth should be redistributed. There's another school of thought that billionaires such as Bezos should be closely scrutinized. There have been calls for Congress to set up a pandemic profiteering oversight committee, similar to the one established by the US Senator before he became president. Harry Truman, he created Senate Special Committee to investigate the National Defense Program, which was established during the World War II to investigate corruption and profiteering. Bezos is a tremendous business person and possibly one of the greatest entrepreneurs in the modern history. However, when almost all physical retail stores, Amazon competitors, are ordered to close and people are told to stay at home, and Washington Post reports their daily warnings about a virus outbreak and how Americans should continue to the lockdown, regulators should at the very least take a look at what's happening. The same is true of other companies such as Apple, Google, and Microsoft that are starting to reassemble near monopolies. Their raw power, war chest of money, and political clout make them almost invincible. Through We have a history of breaking companies like AT&T that have acquired too much power and control. In our capitalist system, which has ironically turned socialist in response to COVID-19 outbreak and its impact on the economy, becoming a billionaire is fine. Most of people have worked hard and built companies that offer innovative, useful and important products and services. Instead of attacking the person, we should look at whether or not the billionaires run companies that are anti-competitive, ruthlessly thwarting rivals and stopping new startups from thriving. These are bigger problems for America compared to someone who just has an awful lot of money.